I don't know if I did it right. I think I clicked multicast, but maybe I didn't. Let's see. Let's see if we're from multicasting or not. Because I want you guys to catch the replay. If I didn't multicast, then I have to just invite them back. Because I don't see me on the multicast here. Hello, guys. Good morning. How are we doing? Hello, hello, hello. No thanks. Live. Oh, I did multicast. Let's go. Go me. Go me. I'm multicasting to YouTube. So if you guys do miss this, yes, let's go. Go me. Be available on the YouTube. 'Cause I'm a professional. Good morning, everybody. Let's see, guys. I have nothing anywhere because I'm a professional. Do it like this. It's gonna be a different kind of show, and I'm excited for it. I am excited for it. Let's put that live right there. Good morning, Cheesy. How are you? Cheesy, look. Cheesy, look. It's on my fridge. There's no pickles in the burger. So that's really good. Thank you guys for sharing the show. Thank you for sharing the show. I appreciate it. All right, let's pop open YouTube on here and whatnot on here. Good chilly too. It is chilly here too. It is very chilly. I know you'd be like, oh no, what is chilly? Chilly today. It's what is the temperature today? Palm Harbor temperature. It's 40 degrees, guys. 40 degrees. Abby, don't start. 40 degrees for Florida is cold. All right, don't you dare start. Don't you start with me. You're like, it's a negative 75 here. Right? That's what I'm about to hear, right? It's negative 97. Right? All right. Put you guys right here. All right, we're good to go. We're good to go. 69. Here we go. Here we go. See, here we're gonna have a little competition of who's colder than me. Okay. All right. Anybody got to be 15? My research genie's in the house. There we go. That's the most important thing, guys. Is MRG is here. So, guys, we're gonna have a different kind of show. Before I bring them on today, usually I go on here and I do a like a Q&A. 1 degree here. I don't believe it. I do a Q&A of like ask me anything about reselling. I make six figures on whatnot. He asked me anything about that. But today I have my good friends here that are one of them is an accountant, the other one's a reseller, and you guys always ask me tax questions and accounting questions and how to do all that business stuff. And I decided to bring them on here, and they're gonna sacrifice their time with me and you guys, all right, for this. So let me add these, Gary, and put 20 of them, and we'll get started. And they're gonna also, while sacrificing their time and answering questions, they're also going to be doing giveaways for you guys. So shout out to my reseller Genie. I want to run one of their giveaways before I invite them on. This is an Amazon gift card. All right. So if you guys like Amazon, get in the giveaway. So if you guys have people that have any tax questions, uh, this is a show if you guys want to invite them to. If you want to go and tell your friends, share the show out. Tell them, look, we got 8 shares on the show. That's awesome. Tell them we're here answering questions. And it's going to be fun. So MRG, where you guys at? Say hi so I can invite you guys to co-host. Pay 1 million. That means you're going to make some money. If you go to pay 1 million taxes, it means you're gonna you had a good year. You had a really good year. Um, I don't because I don't go to Tampa that often to go to the IKEA, but I should. I should make a pilgrim jet. There you go. Oh, it's 31 degrees. Thank you for sharing the. Apparently, that's what you have to do. Is you got to share the weather, with the people. That's what you got to do. Is you got to share what weather it is. I got the YouTube up over there. Uh, oh wait. Okay, we're good here.
Is it
I
working?
hear myself
I
in
hear
your screen
myself in
though.
your screen though. Oh,
So there's some kind of echo
all
coming
right.
from
Can
maybe a
you
different
delete the,
device.
or sorry, can you mute the computer? Sorry, guys, hang on.
Guys, you're gonna have also a cute baby alert here, guys. We have cute
Yes,
baby
yes,
alert,
yes.
so it's
Maybe
worth
turn
hanging
it
on
on.
for that.
Oh, you did. Okay. All right, I think you need to get out of the computer.
The baby's a genius. Yeah.
I
Do you know who the parents are? Of course, it's a genius. Good morning, butterfly. How are you?
don't know how to. Can you hear us, Paul?
I can.
Oh, you can. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you need to see us, or sorry, we have never done this before.
I see you too.
Oh, you
I,
do. Oh,
I
great.
see you, and I see half of Felix's head.
Hilarious. We didn't realize that.
There we go.
We thought we were anonymous.
We thought we were anonymous.
No,
Good
we
morning,
saw the whole
everyone.
struggle. I was gonna let you
Yes.
guys struggle the whole time, but
Yes, yes, yes. Felix kept us awake most of the night last night. So here he
oh,
is.
look at that
Felix, say
stud,
hi.
guys!
Can
This
you
is
wave?
Felix's whatnot debut, guys. The first time Felix is
Yeah,
seen a
good
Oh,
job
whatnot.
waving.
we're waving.
So everyone say hi to Felix. All right.
He is our newest genie. He's still
New
waving.
newest genius, guys. Also getting this giveaway. It's an Amazon gift card. Love the name Felix. Yeah, not many Felixes. The last Felix I know was Felix the cat. So it's an interesting name.
Yeah, it means happy. So, and it's very, very fitting for him.
Ah, so like Feliz is Mary in Spanish.
Exactly. Yeah.
I see what happened there. So,
And
Yeah.
you guys want to introduce yourself before we go any further? You guys want to talk about who you are?
Yeah, sounds good. Do you want to do the intro?
I will let you do the intro just
Yeah,
because he's
Felix.
already being very
He wants to
active.
escape. Yeah, so we're Paul and Faith from My Reseller Genie. We are
And I'm Paul
co-founders.
too. Paul's a good name.
Yes, exactly.
Lots of Pauls in the stream.
Two tall Pauls, also.
Yes, agreed.
Um, Yeah, so we're the co-founders of My Reseller Genie. We're also a husband and wife. We started the company back in 2020. Faith was a reseller, and a few years before she'd started reselling, her first tax season was just really rough. Um,
I don't know anything about that.
It was terrible. Yeah, headaches, tears. It just, yeah.
Mine
Frustration.
too. I was like, wait, we have to pay taxes on these things? I thought
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
make this money.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. It was terrible.
Yeah, that never gets easier. Um, yeah, so at the time I was working in corporate accounting, and I helped her out that first year. And then over the next couple of years, she just said, "Hey, look, a lot of resellers are really struggling with this. It would really help to have a tool for resellers to do their bookkeeping." So that's kind of where the idea originated from. And yeah, we started off in 2020 as a souped up spreadsheet, did pretty well selling that. And we've been building the web app uh, since probably 2021. So
Well, and it is built, but we're just and
yeah,
always
yeah. The
improving with
nature of software, like you're always, or you should always be improving it.
So Faith is a full-time reseller, full-time mom, right? And Paul, do you still do accounting work, or are you full MRG now, or are you
Full
still
MRG. Yeah.
full MRG? Wow, okay, look at you
yeah.
go.
And just little yeah, just total transparency. I am not a full-time oh, we got a winner. There we go.
Teresa,
Teresa.
yes,
Woo! Congrats.
you're not a
Yeah,
full-time mom.
I'm very I'm very part-time reseller, more so working on Genie and full-time mom for sure.
Yeah.
So
Guys, next giveaway is running, and then I always want to ask you guys still, Paul, how's that wood pen collection uh going still?
That's funny. I didn't remember you knew about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that I pen on eBay yesterday for $800. You would have been proud of me. You were like,
Yeah. Who made it?
I saw the Mont Blanc. It was a Johann Sebastian Bach Mont Blanc in the box. Like it was a big thing. It was nice though.
Nice.
Yeah,
Fountain or like
a ballpoint,
rollerball?
just ballpoint.
Ballpoint.
Yeah,
It's yeah.
and
I don't see a lot of ballpoint Mont Blancs.
mhm, that
Love
was
to
eight
get
hundred
going.
dollars. Man. And Paul also guys a Patriots fan. So if you guys want to leave now, I understand.
Or
I
you
totally
could
get
just
it.
roast me.
Or you can
It
stick around. I'm a Ravens fan and I'm still married to him. So
if the wow, we got go Pats in the chat. Okay, so that there's some people that are okay with it.
That's refreshing. My entire childhood was full of people who were not okay with it. So
There's it's funny whenever time like I pick up cowboy stuff I have to sell it. I'm like, ew, can you get this garbage out of my house? I like pick it up, but like it's gross. That's the same thing I do with Patriots gear. I'm like, can you guys get this trash out of here? And then it usually gets bit up. So there's the Patriots fans are there, they're just quiet about it. They're afraid to admit that that's what they enjoy.
oh
So,
man.
guys in the chat, if you guys have any questions about taxes or accounting, what MRG does is pretty much makes it very simple for you guys to keep track of all your stuff, right? That's what the like. So, at the end of the year, when you guys have 800 receipts and all these things, you don't come to your tax your accountant and just dump a whole box of stuff on there. This actually keeps track of what you're doing, and there's a big news that they made it just happened right like a month ago, right? And they
Yeah,
want to tell
yeah,
them what the big news with Genie is.
yeah. Well, the latest big news is Whatnot integration is live. So
It's about
uh,
time.
it is about time. It is about time. Yeah, we had a lot of people who were asking for it, and we had people who were like, "Oh, all I want for Christmas is Whatnot integration." And it took us a little longer than Christmas, but I'm super excited to have it pushed out now.
Right, there we go. So if people that are here, you guys are probably whatnot sellers. This is what you guys definitely so stick around and definitely learning more about it today. Pieces Crab says, should I be paying taxes quarterly? What would you say to that?
Probably, yeah. So I think like your first year in business, I don't think you're required to do that. But after that, as long as you're making a profit, you should be paying your taxes quarterly. Now, some people just say, "All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pay the penalties and not worry about it." Personally, I don't love that because like you're just paying extra in taxes at that point. Um, but I mean, some people do that, and if you're so inclined to pay penalties, then that is an option.
If you're making $1 billion, no, it's okay.
Paying 1 million in
Yeah.
taxes.
Fairman says, I've been considering using MRG, but I also sell in the booth, and I've been wondering if it's also set up for that. Is
Yeah,
there something like that for it?
yeah, that's a great question. So I'll kind of like start more fundamental because I think some other people might be wondering that same thing with different situations. So MRG integrates.
Oh, we got a big raid. Miss Vivian, thank you so much for bringing your people over. Guys,
Hey,
getting this giveaway. Amazon gift card is running. Good morning, Miss Vivian. Thank you so much.
awesome.
We're live here with my reseller, Jeannie, and it's the meeting of two Pauls, guys. You guys are here talking with two Pauls, so you're welcome.
The two tall Pauls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I was saying, my reseller Genie, it does integrate with eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and whatnot. So it pulls in sales and fees and stuff from those platforms automatically. But if you're selling on other platforms or if you're selling in like an antique booth or in person, you can track all of that as well. Your options are just going to be either you can enter it manually, or if you have spreadsheets with like a sales report, you can upload the spreadsheet. So depending on how you're set up, that'll just change how the data gets into the system. But yeah, you can absolutely track it.
So let's say there's somebody in here, 100 people are in here that has never heard of my reseller Genie. I'll say like Michael Scott says it. Explain it to us like we're five. What is it and how do we use it and how is it going to help us? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So what My Reseller Genie is a bookkeeping system. So that's a fancy way of saying it's a place where you track all of your business's accounting information. So your sales, your expenses, your inventory, all of that. And it's, I would stop there if I were explaining it to a 5-year-old.
Okay, now let's say now I'm 6, so I can.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you're 6, I would say think of it like QuickBooks, but it's only for resellers. So if you've ever heard of QuickBooks before, a lot of business owners are familiar with that
Mhm.
program. Great all-purpose program, but for reselling, it kind of leaves a bit to be desired. So we would be an alternative or a replacement for QuickBooks.
And cheaper too,
Much,
because
much more
QuickBooks is
cost effective.
very expensive.
Yeah, yeah, and especially like if you want inventory in QuickBooks. I think inventory tracking in QuickBooks like bottom level is like 150 a month or something, right?
Yeah.
I might be off on that, but I know it starts or it has 3 digits in it.
Yeah, I know my accountant asked like if she can download QuickBooks to help me with something this year, and I was like, "What is that gonna cost me?" And it was like a $500 bill, and I was like, "Yikes! Let's use MRG instead. Can we do that?" 'Cause I was like, "Dang, that's a hard pill to swallow." So, so if you guys have any questions for Paul about anything accounting, but anything about MRG. So number one says, how much does it cost? That's a good question right there.
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. So we do actually have annual plans now. So our annual plans range from 119 to 229. And if you want to go monthly, it's just 1/10 of that. So 11.99 to 22.99.
And again, my accountant told me QuickBooks was gonna be like 500. So this is half, if not more than that. Wow. Being Bougie says, who has not even started taxes this year? Being Bougie.
Too busy being bougie.
Oh my goodness. Everybody else is saying guilty. Oh my goodness, the whole chat. You
Oh
guys are in
man.
trouble. Oh my gosh. Guys, getting this giveaway. It's an Amazon gift card running right now. When syncing data, does it get historical data? If so, how far?
Yeah, great
Yeah,
question. So for your sale platforms, you can sync back to January of the last year. So you're covered for last year's taxes, if you need help getting caught up on that. I forgot to mention this. We also integrate with banks and credit cards. That's kind of a big deal.
that's huge.
Um, and it's like, especially if you have a separate, card or bank account that you use for your business, that makes bookkeeping way easier. So if you don't
Which
have that,
everybody,
that's
first of all, should. If you
yeah.
don't, definitely do it. It's gonna. You don't want to be sifting through your like groceries and all this other stuff while you're looking for what you spend your business. 100%, you guys definitely should. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's so huge and just makes your bookkeeping a lot more simple to keep up with. But yeah, so like you can pull from most banks, you can do up to 2 years of history. Some of them uh, have different limits. So like when you connect your bank account or your credit card to Genie, you'll tell it how far you want to go back. We'll do our best to pull all of that. But if the bank limits us, then you might need to upload some history, or you could manually enter it. But
Now, do you upload that? You're supposed to look like a CSV file or something like that. So,
yeah, yeah,
okay,
exactly. And like as far as CSV uploads go, it's an easy upload process. That being said, I recognize a lot of resellers are not super familiar with uploading CSV. So, if you're like trying to upload a file and you're having trouble, just shoot an email to our support line, support@myresellergenie.com with your file, and we can like help you figure out
ah,
if
I
there's a
can do.
problem. Hey, like you got to change this.
Mm.
So yeah, we've got US based customer support. We respond 7 days a week, 365 days
What
a year.
about if you're Ukrainian based? Just
We're not opposed to Ukrainians. We just only have US customer support reps.
it's just sounds very territorial. Uh, somebody's asking if there's a free trial of this. I think you
Great
guys are doing
question.
it. You guys are doing a good promotion of that now, aren't you? Right? Or,
So the way we do it, we don't actually have a free trial, but we have a 14-day money back guarantee. So you can sign up for the program,
Free
and
trial,
anytime
guys.
in the first 14 days.
The same thing as a free trial.
Yeah, so there's no risk. You can just in the first 14 days, if you're like, hey, this isn't this isn't for me, just shoot us an email. We'll refund your money, no questions asked. Well, we might ask a question, but that won't like prevent us from refunding you. We'd love to know why we're not a good fit, but
As Bridge says that they're hoping you forget the kids. Like exactly. That's guys. I've been on my Netflix free trial for like 6 years now. You know, that's. Thank you for being here, Disney. I appreciate it. They're asking, can PayPal be also integrated with this, or no? Can you pull from PayPal into Genie?
yeah, that's another good question. So yes, I will say so that falls under the integration type of banks and credit cards. So we use a service called Plaid. They're a super cool company. They allow us to integrate with over 13,000 financial institutions.
Dang.
Now, PayPal is one of them, but what I will say is some folks have reported that they like regularly have to sign back into their PayPal account. So it's a little bit of a pain working with PayPal, but it's still probably more convenient than like downloading CSV files and uploading them. So that's, you know, just something to be aware of. Like if you're trying to sync PayPal and you're having to sign in regularly, I have seen that before.
So let's say apparently a lot of people in my room that yeah, new to you. It works with the Bay, Etsy. Do you want to quickly run down all the platforms that Genie works with? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So well, first of all, we work with anything and everything, meaning you can track sales from any and everywhere. But we integrate with eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and whatnot right now, along with banks and credit cards.
Oh, so
So for
so not really Etsy, but you can make Etsy work.
right, we don't have Etsy syncing yet, but you can either manually enter those sales or you can upload them from a CSV file.
Mm.
And we are working on integrating Etsy as well. So if that's like your biggest platform, stay tuned on our socials.
There's more coming. Is my data stored in the cloud?
Yes.
Mia, don't worry about it. Every time you say PayPal, whatnot, red chats it, so it's okay. It's like a banned word. So
That makes sense.
yeah.
That makes
Uh,
sense because they don't want people doing transactions off the platform.
yeah. So like if you say Venmo, it'll be red chatted too. Stuff like that. Vivi wants to know what exactly does it track?
Yeah, so it tracks everything. So reseller booking for a lot of resellers, the main three things you need to worry about are inventory, sales and refunds, and expenses. So if you're like trying to keep things as simple as possible, you can do that in Genie. We do support all of those, but some resellers also need like full double entry accounting. So Genie does offer that as well. So like if you need that, we have that. If you want to start simple and then eventually like you do a S election for your business because you're making lots of money and you want to pay less in taxes, we'll be able to support that once you get to that point.
So pretty much, Genie works for beginners to experts. So there's
Yeah,
software that fits all of it.
yeah, exactly. So like what I was talking about with the S election, so that's kind of a popular strategy. Once you start making a bit more profit in your business, you can if you're like in an LLC, you can elect to be taxed as a S corporation. And so that means that you're paying yourself a salary, and then whatever the difference between your business's profit and your salary is, that's just business income, and you're not taxed on FICA. So that like 15%,
That's what
15.6
my
is your
accountant
tax.
did with me this year. So I'm finally a big boy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like, if you're trying to grow your business, you're probably going to get there eventually. So it's worthwhile having a system that will allow you to do the accounting that you need to do. Once you get to that point. But you can also stay simple if you want to stay simple.
Classy is asking, does it help track mileage?
Great question. So yes and no. Yes, you can input your miles into My Reseller Genie, and we will do like the conversion based on the IRS standard deduction. Um, so you can track miles in that way. We don't have like an app that will automatically track your trips. Then you can classify them. What a lot of people do is they'll use something like MileIQ, and then at
Mhm.
the end of the month they'll like take their miles, their business miles, and just log it as one entry into Genie. Then MileIQ has like the detail for all their trips. So that's a good way to do it.
Oh, so that seems pretty simple, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
very simple.
I want someone to tell me my cost of goods and then divide them into different percentages for different purposes. Can MRG be set up for that?
Divide them into different percentages. Can you tell me a little bit more about? I think I need a little bit more detail before I can answer that.
It's for different purposes. I don't know what kind of more detail do you need. They were very specific. I came in late. I have no idea what program I'm on. So we're talking about My Reseller Genie. If you guys came in late, this is Paul. He is a professional accountant who is a Excel sheets nerd who loves Excel sheets. He started a program. Oh, him and his wife started a program called My Reseller Genie because his wife was a full-time reseller. So this is like a really cool combination because a lot of times you can have accountants on and they have no clue what reselling is, right? Because they can just tell you about taxes on that stuff. And this is a great because there's both. There's resellers and accountants together. And it's a company they started called My Reseller GD that helps you track your business and makes taxes a lot pretty much easier for you. And Paul just left me. Paul, where'd you go? He said, "Screw you. I hate." I hate how he just described me. He just left. Uh, Paul said, "I'm out." He said, "Get me out of this room." He's lying about me. He didn't like that count. Apparently, he didn't like that count. Comma. Way to go, baby. Uh, Paul, say something in the chat so I can invite you to co-host again. He's a genie. I mean, he's a genie, guys. It's. I wasn't lying to you guys. I wasn't lying to you. He is a genie. Um, he pieced out, right? Sunset. He said, "I'm gone." Oh man, he doesn't want to come back. He does want to come back. I promise you guys, they're coming back. All right, he's in another dimension. Be nicer to your guests. Shut up, folks. Guys, get his giveaways. Amazon gift card sponsored by My Resource Genie. If you want to guys get in there, who's taller? That's a good question. I think I am, but it's close. It's close. There's probably a picture of us together somewhere. That we can see. Uh, Paul, Faith, one of you guys say something in the chat. Say hi or something, so I can invite you guys back in. They just dipped. Do. Let's see. Invite the co-host again. Let's see what happened there. They just left me. His phone probably died. Oh, that would be terrible if his phone died. that would be, that would be the worst. So it's integrated with Whatnot and other platforms. Does the info get input automatically after a sale? I believe it does. They get no. I think there's some kind of computer glitch. It doesn't get upset. That was a joke. Oh, working on getting him back. See, they texted me saying working on getting him back. Yeah. So probably a phone situation. How much is it? It's like $11 a month, or they have a whole year program. From the most basic program is 11 to like $20. Yes, I do. Piece of scrap. Sorry to insist. There's no question from earlier not apply here. There's so many questions, Master. So I mean, Matertera. So I probably just missed it. If you want to ask it again, you can definitely do that. Um, and if you guys want to try it, the show notes will tell you guys how to do it. If you want to try it, because I can't send you a link in Whatnot. They don't let me send you links. So if you guys do want to try it, and you guys can do the 2-week free trial. Shoot me a message right here with your email, and I will email you the link. And I think if I use my link, you guys get a percentage off, so it's even cheaper for you guys. All right. Um, I'm just starting out. When do you have to deal with taxes, what amount of profit. I don't know what the rule is for this year. It was as low as like $550. I think it might be like 2,000 again. It's awesome. There we go. And just it changes all the time. Every year I think it was different. Um, I say if you make at least $500, you have to report it. That's what I say just to be safe. 20,000. I don't think it's that high. I don't think it's that high. uh, good because yeah, like every year it changes. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a yeah. I wish it was. There it is. Thank God. They were flooding me with questions, Paul.
I'm
They
so
were
sorry.
they were bombarding me with questions. They were just attacking me nonstop. I had no clue what to do. They were like, you insulted him and he left. You called him an accountant and he left you.
It's like calling someone a nerd, Paul.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry. Did he have on glasses? Like he does have glasses. We call him Clark Kent of the reselling world. So it's like Paul does wear glasses, but he took him off. Yeah, they were scolding me. They're like, please be nice to your guests. Maybe what are you doing to me, Paul? You just left me again.
What?
Yeah, you just left me again, but you came back. Up.
Okay, you know what I think's going on? Faith is trying to log in from a different room, so I think that's what's causing this issue.
It is because you are bouncing in and out every 2 seconds.
I'm gonna go tell her that we can't do this.
Yeah, tell
I'll
her
be
to
right back.
stop. This is crazy. Hopefully, you guys don't have epilepsy because I would get a seizure this time they're coming in and coming out. All right, guys. Let me give you guys another giveaway. All right, now that I'm the gift card is running, we're going to see that right. Like, oh yeah, first show for both. Yeah, guys, it's our first show. All
Okay.
right, we should be good. We should be good.
She wanted to be a part of it, but Felix is being super loud, so you
Uh,
know.
well, if she wants to be a part of it, she can go to my YouTube. We'll live stream on YouTube, so she can watch it there. That way, that way she won't miss out. I remember the first time I did the co-host. It's Brit, yo, they're coming at us, man. They're coming at the meeting of the two Pauls. I don't like it. She'll come back. Look, you got glasses right here. You got glasses right
For
here.
Brit.
All right. So questions that I missed. All right. There's a lot of questions. If I'm just starting out, when do you have to deal with taxes? What amount of profit? That's the question. I know every year it was different, so I wasn't sure what the answer is for 2026. Is it like
Yeah.
550 or something like that, or is it a different amount?
No, so, I mean the answer is any amount of profit.
Yeah.
Like there's in 99.9% of situations that's the answer.
Yeah.
You know, if you're like super below the poverty line, then it might be a different scenario, but most people are like reselling on the side or something like that. And you know, any amount of income is taxable. So
What
yeah.
percentage do you set aside? So, Kathy, I personally, I use a long term savings plan. I use Neiman Marcus. Um, Neiman Marcus? No, it's Marcus and Goldman Sachs. Neiman Marcus is a store, right? I use a Marcus and Goldman Sachs.
I use the Neiman Marcus plan.
The Neiman Marcus long term savings plan. So I use Marcus and Goldman Sachs, which is like a 4.5% yield. Savings better than the bank. And every month, what I do is I do 10 10 10. I do 10% tithe to my church. I do 10% taxes. I do 10% in savings. And usually, when it's time to pay my taxes, the 10% that I put in there, after my accountant does her special works, is enough to cover it. That's what I do. I don't know, Paul, if you want to give some better advice, but that's how I do it.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where like it's really dissatisfying because what the accountant is probably going to tell you is like it really depends. Um, but it kind of does really depend. So like things to think about is, you know, for your income um as a small business owner, you know, if most of us aren't on payroll, right? And so typically all of your profit is going to be subject to that self-employment tax. So that's like when you're when your employer pays you on your W-2, you see a bunch of taxes taken out for Social Security and
Hmm.
Medicare. So as a self-employed person, you pay double that because your employer pays half of it. Anyway, so that's like 15.6%. And then depending on, how much other income you have, that can really vary a lot how much you're going to owe.
Hmm.
So, um, some accountants will say 30%, some will say 25. In some cases it sounds like 10 can work, depending on your deductions and stuff. But uh, one other thing I did want to mention, which not everyone knows about, is the way the tax brackets work. It's not once you get into a certain bracket, all of your income is taxed at that rate. Like some
Mm.
people have that misconception. They're like, oh, I don't want to make too much money because then I'm going to be taxed, you know, 30% on everything. And that's not how it works. It's once you hit a certain threshold, all the profit above that level gets taxed at the new
Oh,
rate.
that's good because I
So
did not know that. Okay.
yeah, it's like it's a really simple thing, and once you hear it, it sticks with you the rest of your life. But yeah, don't stress about like, oh, if I make too much money, I'm gonna like make less money than I would have
Mm,
otherwise. No,
okay.
you just on that extra income, you pay more in taxes.
I like that. Someone said, so if I buy something for $100 and I pay taxes at the store of 7.5%, then sell it at a yard sale for 25, I still have to give those creeps money. I
One
mean,
second, one second.
if you sell it at the yard sale, maybe you don't have to fully report it, all right? But I'm not gonna say I told you that. But if it's
No, I mean,
cash being
like,
expensed,
yeah, like personal sales is kind of a different situation. So, I mean,
it's Brick
things
goes, I
things
hate this
do
conversation.
things do lose value. In your situation, it sounds like a personal sale, and so I mean, if the market value is $25, then you're not
Mm.
paying taxes on selling something at market value.
And
Um,
now, PTSD. I now hate Pauls. Way to go. We made Brit hate Pauls, guys.
uh,
Guys. But we're giving away, guys. We're giving you guys Amazons while we're talking about this. So it hopefully will help make the tax talk a little more fun. Vivi says, ask me a question about automatically logging in. Vivi, you asked a question like 10 years ago. I already forgot what the question was. So if you guys asked me a question when Paul was not here, um,
sorry,
re-ask me
guys.
again. Somebody asked again. How much is it? We talked about that already earlier. It's cheaper if you do the whole year, right? It's like it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah, you
anything.
save
Yeah,
2 months if you
yeah,
sign up for the whole year, and if you
yeah.
use Paul's code, that gets you 3.5 months.
Well, look at that.
Yeah,
3.5 months for free, pretty much, if you do the whole year sign up.
yeah, yeah. If you sign up annual with Paul's code,
I would say
that's
it's a
three and a
good
half
reason to
months
use my
free,
code, people. I will just say it. And
and
again,
the
guys, the
14-day
show
money
notes.
back guarantee still applies. So there's zero risk.
Yeah.
Like it's just all upside for you.
Does it automatically upload your whatnot sales? Yeah, tell us how the whatnot integration works. That's a
Yeah,
good
great
question.
question. So
Yeah.
so
I'm gonna get
that
a
is
charger so my phone doesn't die for you, but you can answer that question.
okay. All right, cool. Yeah, so the first of all, the whatnot integration is available on our ultimate plan, which is the $23 a month plan. Um, and yes, it will pull in your whatnot sales automatically. You have to log into your My Reseller Genie account in order for it to sync those sales, but it'll pull them in for you. All right.
Does it allow multiple users?
I mean, so we don't have like multiple accounts that you can that you can set up. So, if you want to like give somebody different login credentials, right now we don't have that. But you are able to give them like your username and password so that they can log in.
Okay.
I know some people get squirrely about that, which I totally understand. But that's where we're at right now.
If I enter receipts digitally, do I need to keep physical receipts?
No, I mean, as long as you have the copies of the receipts, you're good to go. And that's another thing in Genie. You can upload your pictures of your receipts, so
Oh,
you don't need that
well, there we go.
shoebox
That's just
situation.
worth it right there, guys. That by itself is worth it. You don't have to keep the receipts the whole year. That right there is worth the $10 a month. Vivi wants to know, how does it know what the expense is? For example, I do free shipping, so all those fees are a write off, from what I understand.
Yeah, so it pulls the fees in as well.
Look, that's all it took. What was the receipts? No more shoebox. They're sold. So that's a huge selling point, man. You got to talk about that more. So, what'd you say? It pulls the shipping as well? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it
Okay.
pulls shipping fees. So the Whatnot integration, I'm assuming we're talking about that right now.
Yeah.
The only thing the Whatnot integration doesn't sync right now are like affiliate commissions. So if you're like referring people, we don't sync those at this point. But that's real simple. Like at the end of the month, you can just grab your Whatnot statement and then just enter that line in as extra income. So it's like 10 seconds a month.
Birdie's Boutiques. I know people are going to come in and ask that. I don't want to get you guys money for this. Like Birdie asked, can I buy a cheap ticket so I can rewatch this because I just got it here and I'm interested. So what I did, Birdie, is to make this easier for you is I am dual streaming to YouTube, and that video is going to stay up. So if you guys have any questions, it's going to be on my YouTube. You don't have to buy anything. Just go to my YouTube after the show's over. The whole live stream is going to be there. Just go Philly Flipper on YouTube, and it'll be there. So if you guys just missed this, you're just coming in, you want to catch the front, because there's some people like, oh, buy a sticker, you have the video receipt. I don't want to. I don't want you guys money for that. YouTube channel is the same name, Philly Flipper. You can find it there. Somebody said, is there a video on how a tutorial or training class for MRG somewhere?
Yeah, so we have a lot of resources to help you use the software. So uh, number one, we've got a YouTube channel with a lot of videos on it. Number two, we've got a help center with written instructions, and we also have videos linked in there. Number three, we've got in the app, there's actually like a little chat icon. And so you can talk to an AI agent that'll try and find you like answers real quick on simple questions. And then if you're not like getting anywhere with the AI, there's a button that you can click that says like reach out to support, and then your message goes to a human, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours, 7 days a week. So there's
Very
a
good.
lot of resources to help you get going. And if you're in the category of someone who like just doesn't know anything about bookkeeping, and you kind of need, you need to get that base knowledge before even getting into doing your own bookkeeping, we do have a paid course for that. So it's $147. It's money well spent. You can finish it in a weekend, no problem, and it'll kind of give you
Oh,
just the foundational stuff.
that's pretty
Um,
cool too. I know you guys offer that as well. I'm good.
yeah.
I'm learning a lot here as well, guys. Next Givey is running. Yes, guys, Philly Flipper on YouTube if you guys want to rewatch it. All right, somebody here has an inventory question. Said, if I do a huge buyout on 12/31 for $5,000, can you write off the whole 5,000 for the next tax year, or do you hold those funds in inventory?
Yeah, good question. So there's kind of two different methods that resellers will take with their inventory. So one is called cash inventory method. The other is called accrual inventory method. And if you've like been listening to YouTube videos on reseller accounting, you've probably heard these terms,
Uh-huh.
and you're probably a bit confused.
Hmm.
It so like it boils down to one word, which is timing. So it's about the timing of when the expense is recorded. So if you're using the cash inventory method, you're recording an expense when you buy the item. If you're using the accrual inventory method, you're recording an expense when you sell the item. So those
Is there
are
one you recommend over each other, or is there they like?
most accountants will recommend accrual, um, because it gives you a better insight into your business, and it can also be favorable tax wise. Like, and what I mean by that is, so like let's talk about our example we were just talking about, where you buy like $5,000 of inventory. Um, let's say it's your first year of reselling. You buy $5,000 of inventory and you sold like 1,000. You lost $4,000 for the year, right? Now the next year, if you sell 10,000, but you didn't buy any new inventory, then you're showing a profit of $10,000. So your
Mhm.
first year, you're not paying, taxes because you lost money, but your next year you're paying taxes on $10,000 of profit. So you basically
And you bought
lost.
nothing that year, so
Yeah, you just lost all your deductions for the year. So that's like kind of high level the thinking behind where the tax advantage could be with uh, writing off your
cool.
inventory when you sell it
Hmm.
instead of when you buy it. But it's definitely simpler to write it off when you buy it. So I understand that argument too.
Yeah, it's pretty much if you guys want to save money or you guys want to save a headache. That's what's more important to you. That's how you feel about taxes. Yeah, being bougie. I don't blame you. If you guys are just coming in, guys, I'm talking here with Paul, which is almost who's almost as good looking as me, guys. And we have probably the two best looking Pauls in the world here having a conversation. So you're welcome to the chat
On a Tuesday morning.
on a Tuesday morning. Where do you find the code? Number one, Bargain Hunter. You shoot me a message with your email. I'm not allowed to send links through what messages because one of them can't. You're not allowed to send links. So you shoot me a message saying I want to try Genie and your email, and I will email you the code. And again, Paul told you guys if you use my code, you get a really big discount. So if you guys like that. So Paul is an accountant. His wife is a reseller. They started Genie to help this. And what I also like about Genie is at the end of the year, you guys can also look at what you guys sold and say, wait a minute, I'm putting so much effort into Mercari, and it only got me so much sales, right? So it's another good thing is for you guys to look at the end of the year and say, well, like, okay, well, this is producing this is producing this. It's a really good thing for you guys to see where you're spending your money and see maybe you're spending your time if you maybe it's worth it to spend it somewhere else, right? That's another thing about it. Yes, I do, Nano Place. I will send you the code. I will email you saying this is Paul, and here's the Genie link right here. Yeah. Can you talk about the inventory features? How do you recommend using MRG for a large pallet buys or multiple per item price points?
Yeah,
John
awesome
Mitch
question.
with the good questions this morning. All right. Huh?
Yeah, so what I would do is in Genie, you're able to create items. So like if you're buying a large pallet and there's different items at different price points, I'm guessing you're like, all right, 100 items are $5 per item, and then 200 items are $1 per item. So what I would do is I would split each distinct item type into one inventory item in Genie, and then when you enter that, you put in the total amount of the purchase for those items and the quantity. So then whenever you
Hmm.
sell one of those items, you'll match the sale up to that item, and by default, it'll take the average cost of whatever that purchase was and expense the average cost.
I like that Genie makes this look sound so simple. That was such a complicated thing. Like, well, all it does is just this. So that's pretty cool. If I also have a booth locations, can those sales be expected to put it in? Yes, right. So
Yeah.
it's not like integrated in because it's clearly it's a booth. You can't really integrate that, but you can add your own like Paul said earlier, like other platforms as well that they don't have integrated, like Etsy and Grail and probably all those. You can add your own numbers to it, and it's very simple as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And if you want to get fancy with like uploading spreadsheets, you can do that too.
Can I keep track of sales tax for booth sales?
Yeah. Yeah. So we have a field for sales tax, and then there's an option. Uh, it's called like liable to pay. So if you owe that sales tax, then you can mark it as, yes, I do owe this. So that way, you know, at the end of the month, you can run a report on those sales and see how much you owe in sales tax.
Go. I like that, guys. Again, if you guys have any questions about taxes in general or mainly MRG, let us know down below. Not because Paul, every time I have this morning shows, they come in and ask me all these tax questions. And guys, I'm not a professional, and then they ask me things like, "Can I write off half my basement if it's used to it?" I'm like, I can't tell you. That's the big question I always get is what percentage of your guess rent or mortgage are you allowed to write off?
So it's based off business use. Um, there's a couple ways you can do home office deductions. and this is assuming you're not like a corporation. Um, but there's like the simple method, and then I actually don't know what the method is called. The non-simple method. That's not the official term. Um, like unlike
That's a
mileage,
professional answer there, guys. There's a
yeah.
simple method and a non-simple method, right?
Unlike mileage, I would say the simple method is usually going to not be favorable for you. It's like $5 per square foot, and it caps out at I think 300 square feet.
Okay.
So your max deduction is like $1,500 if you're using the simple method. Now, if you're using the other method, then what you do is you take the percentage of your home, like the square feet for your workspace, uh, relative to the rest of your house, and then you can take that percentage against your indirect expenses, so like electricity and
Yeah.
all that good stuff, uh, and then your 100% of any direct expenses. So usually that works out to be a more favorable deduction. Um,
So
and I
if I pull like boxes in my bathroom and I store boxes in my bathroom, I can deduct that percentage in my house is what I'm hearing.
No, no, no. The space has to be used exclusively for the business. Um, I think there's like uh, three rules. So one is it has to be used exclusively for the business. The other is you can't be an employee of the business. That's why I like the corporation thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I forget what the third one is, but that's a deduction that I usually do recommend talking through a tax professional with,
Mm-hmm.
just because it's not straightforward. Like writing off your shipping supplies, that's very straightforward. But
Mm-hmm.
figuring out, okay, what are my indirect expenses, that are eligible to be written off? What's a reasonable percentage? Like, does this space
Yeah.
qualify for my business?
And people told me too that if you want to write off too much, this is a really easy way for you to get audited. One of the ways that the IRS looks is like if you want to write off 80% of your house, they're like, wait a minute, that might be a little sus if 80% of your house is business and you only live in 20% of it.
Actually, I did want to cover another thing on that because you mentioned like rent versus mortgage.
Mhm.
So on your mortgage, the actual mortgage payment itself is not deductible under the home office deduction. So only the
Oh, okay.
interest on that is. So
Oh,
that's like another area where people can get tripped up because they think like, oh, I'm paying $1,500 on my
thank you
mortgage
for
or
your tip,
whatever.
Wilco, man, money. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Nice.
I made $1 today. Let's go.
Yeah. And then they would say like, okay, well, 20% of my house is business, so I'm going to write off 20% of my mortgage payment. That doesn't work. It's only the interest.
Is that non-deductible? Absolutely not. That was a tip. I ain't deducting that.
It's the reverse of a deduction.
Yeah. Somebody said, is money spent on storage units, is that deductible? That's pretty much
Yeah.
inventory, right?
Yeah.
That's
I
where
mean,
that would go in.
as long
Hmm.
as you're using it for the business
Yeah.
and not like, your personal storage.
No. Like they said, like buying storage units. So like
Oh, yeah. That would fall under
that would
inventory.
just be all inventory, right? Even if there's some things that you keep for yourself, like you can still write off the whole cheesy. You got the giveaway. Let's go.
I mean, like technically, if you're pulling personal things, you should like reduce the amount that you're writing off.
Hmm.
Um, Technically, but you know,
Um.
I'm not
Uh.
going to be there with my clipboard.
Then they said, what if you're renting your house?
What if you're renting your house? What does that mean?
So you're talking about the mortgage percentage. You were saying that for write-offs. They said there's a different thing when if you own, and if you rent, can you is part of your like is the
Oh, so
rent?
like you're renting where you're living and working, not
Yes.
like it's your
Yeah.
house and you're renting it out to people.
No. It's like yeah, like you're renting where you're living and working. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So rental is all expense. So there's not like with a mortgage payment, the reason you can't write off the mortgage payment is because you're actually like you're not losing that money. It's just being converted into home equity.
Hmm. Yeah, so like renting, let's just say, just easy math. You're paying $3,000 for rent, and you're using one third of that for your business. You can write off 1,000 a month, or just like just in simple layman terms here.
Yeah, in simple layman terms. And I really would encourage you to talk through these things with your accountant in your specific situation. Make sure that your percentages are right. And uh, yeah,
What I realized, because I thought like that's gonna be one of my biggest write-offs, is you use way less of your house than you think.
I know, right? It's very disappointing.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, that's all I get. I pretty much live in a warehouse here now. All I can do is just write this off. That's crazy.
Yeah. How can I turn more of my house into office space?
What if you're in a mobile home that's paid off, but you're paying space rent? Like I guess paying like a lot, like renting a lot. I'm guessing for the mobile home.
Hmm.
How would
I
that
don't know
work?
the answer to that question.
That's that one probably will stump me. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that question. My gut says probably not, but you know, you don't really want to go off of gut, with these sorts
Yeah.
of questions. So
Okay. Now, what about storage units? If you're renting storage units for your business,
yeah,
that just full write off,
that's
right?
easy,
Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say your top five write-offs are for the end of the year? What would they be like? Mine would probably be like gas is number one because the IRS gives you a lot of money back for per mileage. Um,
Yeah.
what would be like your top like inventory number two? Probably I would guess that.
Yeah.
Um,
Inventory. I mean, platform fees are huge too. Like
mm,
platform
yeah,
fees, that's a big chunk. So yeah, mileage, inventory, platform fees. Um,
supplies. Depends where you get your supplies from.
yeah, I mean, depending on how you're shipping, shipping, costs can be pretty high too.
Platform fees, Linda, is what the platform takes for the sales. For example, whatnot fees are 8%. 8% fees plus 2.9% credit fee. So 11% of your sales is fees. So you can write that off. eBay is different. Poshmark is different. That's how it works. Marketing, yeah. Marketing is kind of hard to track too. What you actually spend on promoting your business. And
Yeah. I feel like in a lot of reselling, well, never mind. I'll let that one fall.
shipping fees, especially if you're doing max shipping or free shipping, yeah. But Paul said that MRG counts that in. If you use integrated whatnot, the amount you guys are spending extra on shipping is counted, right? So that's going to
Yeah.
be already expensed.
Yeah,
That's
that gets
huge,
synced
guys.
in.
That's a lot of math that you guys don't have to count, and it will save you a lot. So if you guys are getting here, MRG, my research agent, the company that Paul and Faith started this year, just a month ago, I believe, they started integrating whatnot, right? So it makes it very simple to if you guys are whatnot sellers like me, mainly, um, definitely give it a try and see how it will help. Makes it worth doing free shipping, 100%. What if you pay taxes when you purchase the merchandise and whatnot charge taxes when it's sold?
Are you in Texas, Linda? I'm curious. So yeah, look, if you're paying taxes when you're buying the merchandise, that's part of your inventory cost.
Mhm.
And then if so, I'm assuming, oh,
California.
California.
Well,
Okay.
good morning. Wow, we got Cali people in here. It's like 5 a.m. over there. Dang.
Yeah, the reason I was asking about Texas is because they added a new tax last year on platform fees, and uh, so like sellers get taxed now on platform fees. Um,
Wow. Is that
yeah,
the only state that does that?
I mean, as far as I know, but Linda's saying she's in California, and honestly, California, like the way they do taxes is,
California taxes you to breathe pretty much, so that
yeah,
doesn't
it's
surprise
it's
me
kind of
either.
a lot. So it wouldn't surprise me if they were doing that sort of a tax.
Yeah, such shocker. Screw that
But
boy, screwed it.
one thing I did want to note for Linda, just in case she's asking about sales taxes. So sales taxes are not your expense. So
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
Whatnot collects sales tax on your behalf, and then they pay it to the state. That's not a deduction for you.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
That should make it easier. To marketing, I answered that. If you guys have any more questions for Paul, please let me know. Again, it was very kind of him to. He's a very busy man, guys, and he's here spending time with us. Right? What if
And
you
spend
paid
time with the other
sales tax
Paul.
when you purchased it? Eh? What if
Yeah.
you?
So if you paid sales tax when you purchased it, that would be rolled into your inventory. So if you're using cash inventory method, you'd write it off with the inventory when you bought it. If you're accrual inventory, you put it into the item cost, and then once you sell it, you write it off.
But if you guys are like LLCs or something like that, get an EIN. EIN number will make it a lot easier. You don't have to pay sales tax almost. I almost never pay sales tax now because all my stuff that I buy from they have an EIN there, and I don't have to do it.
You're you're in Florida, so do they is that because I know like some states you get like a resale license or something, and then you can give it to the vendor to avoid the sales tax. Is that what you're doing?
Yep. Hmm.
Nice.
So like I get a lot of stuff from an auction house, and I give it to them, or I go to an antique booth that I buy a lot of my silver from. I give it there. So yeah. I don't know if it works for. I think it works for storages as well that I buy. So it's like I don't have to pay taxes on that. Yeah, but in California you have to pay 800. So how much sales tax would that be? Okay, for an LLC. Oh, you have to pay $800 a year for an LLC.
Yeah, and if so, here's a fun thing: if you hire someone in California, you have to create an LLC in that state, like, and you pay the
Eight
eight
hundred
hundred
dollars a
dollars.
year.
Yeah, I had to do that last year because our support rep works in California.
That's insane. My goodness, why do you guys live there? Yeah, look, Ohio's
Oh
ninety
my
five dollars
goodness.
for 5 years. You guys are paying 800 a year for something that Ohio gets for like $10. Good morning, Jackie. How are you? Yeah, guys, if you're just coming in and you guys missed what this is about, we are dual streaming to YouTube. So if you guys have any questions or you want to rewatch it, it is available on YouTube. Montana waited the last 2 years, so you don't have to pay anything in Montana. This is crazy how every state is so different about this stuff, man. It's hard to keep track. Uh, it's hard to keep track. Somebody asked earlier here, can MRG calculate the 10-10-10 type of info that you mentioned earlier? So that's what I said. Like I do 10% tithe, 10% tax, 10% goes into
Hmm.
savings. Does MRG count that?
Yeah, great question. So we have like a pretty simple tax estimator built in. And so the way it works is you set a percentage, and then on your profit and loss statement, you can toggle on, show me the estimated tax. So you could set it up that way and say like, all right, I want 30%, just to know how much to set aside. And then, end of every month or, whatever interval you want to do, you could run it and then just pull that money out.
That makes it easy. This sounds a little sus right here. Someone says you can apply for an LLC in a different state. I'm in Philly, but my LLC is in Delaware because it's cheaper. I don't know how that works.
So
Be careful
I'll be
here,
honest
Paul.
with you. I wouldn't play that game. I don't
Yeah.
understand that game. If you have like a business attorney who,
IRS is
can
it. IRS is into the chat.
I'm familiar with the strategy,
Yeah,
of like people setting up corporations in Delaware to try and avoid taxes. I don't think it's a legitimate strategy, but I'm not an attorney, and so it's
yeah,
it's a little out of my purview.
yeah. I'm just saying that sounds like you're playing with fire there. Again, but I don't know how to do it. But
Yeah,
using a PO
I think you
box,
technically would need an office in the state that
yeah,
you're registered in, saying like this is our home state of
you
business.
can't just like have like a PO box address, right? And just say, hey, this is where the thing is
Yeah,
from. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, those sorts of tax games are.
Uh,
I would want to stay away from them. That's
Someone
me.
said is using a PO box, is that tax deductible? What you pay for a PO box every year, right? Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Should you always make your small business an LLC?
Not necessarily. So like you don't need an LLC to, to get tax deductions for your business. Because like by default, uh, you're what's called a sole proprietorship. And so you can claim business expenses alongside of your business income. The LLC, like should I get an LLC? That's kind of more of creating a separate legal entity. Um, And so, like, the idea behind that is limiting your liability in the business. So, like, if someone were to sue the company, having separate legal entities. Um, but you don't need it like for tax purposes, if that's the question. It is also nice because LLCs have flexibility in how you get taxed. So, like earlier, I was talking about S elections. So if you're in an LLC, you can elect to be taxed as a corporation and save some money on your FICA taxes. So I think they're
Yeah.
good when you're first starting out, especially in reselling. It's a pretty low liability business, so you probably don't need it. But um,
And then people are asking, can you expense the LLC costs each year too?
yeah,
That's one
yeah,
of the write-offs. So there we go. So there you
definitely.
go. So you go. All the Cali folks, there's $800 in write-offs right there.
Yeah,
$800.
you
You
can
guys are
deduct your
advantage on us.
accountant.
Yeah, I had to go check see what I'm paying for an LLC here. I think it's like $25. It was like initial was like 140 that I paid, but I think I paid 25 a year every time to renew it. So
Yeah.
it's
In Maryland, I don't think we technically have like a yearly LLC fee, but it's effectively $300 a year because you have to file this personal property tax return, which is like kind of a squirrely way of making us pay every year to have a business.
Can you write off what you pay the accountant? That
Yeah.
is one of your expenses. Yes.
Yeah. Good times with the accountants.
Now, let's say I have a house cleaner and she cleans my office where my stuff is. Can I write that off? Or...
Um, I mean, I think that would probably fall under the indirect portion of of a home office deduction.
So if I pay her $200, I can write off like $20. That was for the office cleaning.
Yeah, I mean, if she's cleaning your business office space, then yeah.
Now you're pushing it. Oh, that's a great question. What about therapists for the amount of stress this causes me? Can you write that up?
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't write off your therapy.
Oh, man. Yeah, sorry, Vivi. So sorry to disappoint you with that. Uh, if you're a sole proprietor, then filing taxes quarterly isn't mandatory. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to pay penalties, which earlier I was saying some people are fine with just paying penalties, um, but it's not like there's no negative implications
Hmm.
of waiting to pay.
Uh, Here's a good question. Sky is the start of the show. Can Paul deduct everything for Sky? Can I deduct all the grooming, all the treats that I get her? Is that possible?
No, no.
Bro, I legit saw people here give tax advice, and they're saying you can write off a haircut, you can write off all these things because you're the star and you're on the show, and I was like,
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. So like in most, instances of court cases where people are trying to write off like personal, physical. What's the word I'm looking for, Paul?
um, your appearance. So, again, like somebody
Yeah,
says, I
like
had a
if you when people
CPA.
are trying to write off things
Yeah,
related to their appearance,
I had a
it's
CPA tell me I can write off my beauty products and services since I'm on camera. Is that correct? See, again,
yeah.
another.
I wouldn't go down. I wouldn't do that personally. I don't think that you would win that if someone were to question the deduction.
Yeah. Now you could probably do and get away with it, but I'm saying it's a very easy way for you guys to get audited. If they're like, wait a minute, you're writing off your spa stuff every year, like that seems like a little like not the best thing for you. That's for sure. Here's a good question. I also have a W-2 from my other job. Can I still deduct what my expenses, or how does that combine?
Yeah, good question. So W-2 income's pretty straightforward. Your personal tax return is a 1040, so that your W-2 income goes into that. Your if For most resellers, um, if you're being taxed as a sole proprietor, single member LLC, you're going to file a Schedule C, which is just like a addendum to your 1040. So it'll all be on your personal income tax return, most likely, unless you're set up as a corporation or partnership.
Okay.
Yeah. But all your business income is going to be on that Schedule C along with your deductions.
How do you determine LLC classifications? I am a sole LLC in Philly.
So I mean, by classification, I think you're talking about like how you're taxed.
Here's the star. The
Is
star
this
wants
guy?
that Sky. She wants her moment of fame.
Oh
She
my
was like,
goodness,
"You've been
she's
live for way too
beautiful.
long and haven't said hi to me." So there we go.
Oh, yeah. So
She's getting chunky. Excuse me. Wow. She's that's all the treats you guys get her. Okay, that's why she's chunky.
when you're creating your LLC, you elect your tax classification status. So check your articles of incorporation. You should be able to find it that way.
Oh, great! Now she's a write off as well. Yeah, she's on camera, so now she's a write off, right? That's what it is. Even LLC, even when LLC is still a Schedule C, you guys are saying some crazy stuff. I don't know what any of these words are.
Yeah. So for your LLC, unless you're taxed as a corporation or a partnership, you're going to be on a Schedule C. So if it's just you in your LLC and you haven't done a corporate election, then you'll be Schedule C.
Do donations to a nonprofit count as write offs?
So I would probably write it off on your personal taxes. Like if that nonprofit gives you, like a lot of nonprofits will give you a statement of giving. I think for businesses, no, donations are not a thing. But some people, what you might be asking about is like you have inventory that you can't sell, is not moving, and so you gave it to Goodwill or something. In that case, you treat it like damaged inventory because
What if it's
it's
like a monetary donations? Like I do a lot of rate trains where I raise money for an organization or something, and then what I sell, I donate that. How would that work?
yeah. So you do that on your personal taxes
Okay,
is the what I would say is the best way to do that.
okay, there we go. I sell mostly on eBay, and my husband mostly on Whatnot. Can we use one MRG account for both?
Yes, you can. Now, I will say if you guys are filing separate returns, it will not be super convenient. But if you're both filing on the same Schedule C, then absolutely.
If we file a jointly and have LLC rental, can we note income on Schedule F, or is it a piece of scrap with some advanced lingo here, just trying to make me sound stupid? I think. If we file a joint and have an LLC rental, can we note income on a Schedule F, or is it a 1065? Do you know what they asked?
No, I don't. That's out of my area.
this
So
this is like that meme where like this just like algebra playing in the background. This is me trying to read that.
sound it
Yeah.
out.
If you're a sole owner, do you have to file quarterly?
Yes, unless you want to pay penalties. So
It's a lot cheaper to file quarterly. I'm just letting you know.
yeah,
it's
and I
it's a
know
lot
like
cheaper.
initially the first time you do it, it just feels like such a pain because you've never done it before. But they actually make it pretty easy to give them money. So it's actually not that bad.
Yes, new to you. So new to you says this author just makes your life easier. You're still an accountant unless you're really good at doing taxes. Uh, um, 100%, right? Like this software
Yeah.
just makes it a lot easier for you to track what you make, what your expenses are, it makes the headache of doing taxes way smaller.
Yeah, and also, I mean, as a business owner, like, there's kind of two reasons for bookkeeping. So the one that we're all aware of, and we're talking about mostly right now, is so that you can file your taxes. But the bigger reason why you should be doing bookkeeping is so you know what's going on in your business throughout the year. Because you know, if you're wanting to grow your business and you're not seeing how much money you're making until like April of the following year, it's a really long feedback loop. So
Mm,
you really want to be staying on top of it like monthly, so you know what's going on in your business, and like if you need to make adjustments, you make adjustments. But yeah, so I think having a tax accountant is a worthwhile thing for a lot of folks. um, Genie can help you a lot with like replacing a bookkeeper or like a financial accountant in your business. As a small business owner, most people can't afford that.
yeah.
um, so it's kind of one of those skills you got to pick up. Like, as I mean, you guys have picked up so many skills doing reselling. So this is just like this is another one as a
Yeah.
business owner.
Good morning,
Uh,
Paula. Is there any plans to add Etsy and Venmo to MRG? I know you talked about adding different selling platforms. So you said Etsy is in the works, the other ones too. Venmo, that's an interesting one. How would you add that? That's
that's a good question. I'm actually, let me pull it up on my computer and see if Plaid integrates Venmo, because that would be cool if we already had it.
I would think it would, right? Or
I
does it
mean,
just do banks?
so it
Oh,
does banks, credit cards, but PayPal's in there.
so you would think
So I could see it being in there, but I
doesn't
don't.
PayPal own Venmo, or is other way around? And I feel like they bought them or something.
So
Who owns
Venmo
Venmo?
Personal is coming up.
Yeah, Venmo is owned by PayPal Holdings as of 2013. So Venmo
Okay.
integrates for payout and whatnot since they provided routing. You can pay out with Venmo? I didn't know you could do that. That's news to me. I didn't know you could
Yeah.
do that.
So Venmo Personal is coming up, but Venmo Business is not. So
Mhm.
most likely you're running your
Because
business through Venmo Business, and it wouldn't actually do
yeah,
that.
so Angeline says I have Venmo businesses, so that wouldn't work.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry. But you can, like we were saying earlier, you can either manually enter those sales or you can upload files. So like
yeah,
if you pull data out of Venmo, you can upload it into My Reseller Genie.
yeah. So anything they don't have integrated, it's just very easy for you guys to upload a CSV file. So anything, any booth sales that you guys do from your antique booths, you can add those. The platforms. Would you say the main platforms that you guys have right now? It's Poshmark, eBay, whatnot, Mercari. Those four, right?
Yep, you got it. And then banks and credit cards.
Yeah, banks and credit cards. But then if you have a sale on Grailed or Etsy, you can enter those TSV forms and it will count it very easily for you as well. But the good thing with MRG is that they're always adding, right? They just added one out last month, right?
Yeah.
So most likely, since especially this is what they do full time now, what you guys are asking for will probably integrate in the future, and they're way better than eBay integrating things. eBay still doesn't have can you believe that? Because I went back to eBay like 3 months ago. They still don't have guaranteed payments. If somebody sends you an offer and you accept it, that's still not set yet. Like I stepped away for somebody to pay me. If somebody sends me an offer and I accept it, that sounds like some like day one stuff, and they still don't have it. Does it vary state by state when using your home as your space to sell on whatnot? To sell on what you can claim and to see. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, could be. Like this is one of the reasons why I mentioned that you really should talk to your accountant about the home office deduction, is just because there's multiple factors that come to bear. And so you want to make sure that you have someone who's not only familiar with your state laws, but also your business, your financial situation. They can really provide you, some hand holding type guidance.
So MRG is an accounting program. Sorry, I have to step away for a minute.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So If you're familiar with QuickBooks, think of it kind of like QuickBooks, but it's specialized for just reselling businesses.
I would say it's simpler to use than QuickBooks too,
Yeah.
and way cheaper.
Yeah.
Way cheaper. Like not even close. If you guys are using QuickBooks, I would stop. Um, does the code work for the yearly subscription or only on a free trial?
Yeah, it works for the annual subscription, and it is backed by the 14-day money back guarantee. So if you signed up for a year and you didn't like it, just message us within 14 days. You get your money back.
And apparently, guys, if you use my code, you get 3.5 months free from a year.
3.5 months free
That's pretty
when
good.
you sign up for annual.
That's
Just to
pretty
be
good,
clear.
guys. That's pretty good. How do you sign up, guys? Send me a message saying I want to try Genie and send me your email, and I will email you my code to try it. All right. Yeah, Cornerstone, I got your text, so I can send you the link via text. But if you guys don't have my number, just send me a message because I can't send a link through whatnot DMs. They don't let me do it. So if you want to try, send me a message with your email, and we'll sign you up. How much is Genie? A Genie is $11 for the basic, and it's like 22, right? The most expensive, but it's cheaper if you do annually.
Yeah, yeah. So tack on a 99 cents to the 11 and 22, and you're there.
I was close. I was
You're
in the ballpark.
real close, but you know how accountants are. They're just like, ooh,
I
pennies.
was I was directionally correct. Okay.
Yeah, so it's really cost effective. And new to you, junk. Do you pronounce it junk or junket with the QUE?
Probably a joke.
We've been in business since 2020.
Uh, Guys, we're gonna do one more giveaway, and we're gonna head out of here. Do you have a picture? Do you have the tote on hand so you can
Oh,
see what I'm giving away here?
I do. Yeah, I was wondering why Faith brought this in the office.
So, guys, the
Hey,
last
look
thing
at
we're giving
this.
away is this. It's a giant. That thing is huge, guys. That is what's. Did I run it? There it is, right there, guys. That's the giveaway. If you guys want a My Reseller Genie bag that you guys can use to carry your packages, your sales. If you're at flea markets and you want to, or at thrift stores and you want to put something right there, there it is. Is Genie easy to use? I would say it's easier to use than QuickBooks or anything else on there. I
Yeah,
met you in Vegas. I regret not hiring. My current account is not very efficient or responsive. Were you in
oh,
Vegas? Were you guys?
we've been in
Oh,
Vegas multiple times.
oh, you were.
Um,
Were you at that thing? That thing.
that thing. We're at that
That
thing.
thing. That
Yeah,
thing with Vicky's. The
yeah,
thing with the
Boss.
Vicky's. That one.
Yeah. We sponsored Boss, I think 3 times, and then we were like sponsors at eBay Open last year.
Yeah. Oh,
I think those
okay.
are all of our Vegas trips.
You're not sponsored at the Whatnot Summit.
We're not sponsors at the Whatnot Summit. No,
Maybe
I
maybe
think we're
next
probably
year.
going to cool it on sponsorships for a little bit.
Maybe next year we'll sponsor the Whatnot Summit.
Maybe that's the one in Austin, right?
Yeah, you know they asked me to speak there. Terrible mistakes were made by Whatnot. They're asking me to speak. Mistakes were made. Guys, get in the giveaway to My Research and you tote. All right. What can one go to find an accountant? That's a great question.
That is a
Um,
great
I,
question.
I
We
I
can refer
found
you to
mine
someone.
from somebody that I trust. That's how I found mine. That's usually the best way to do it. Oh, that's a good thing. We can talk about what's the difference between in plans from the basic to the advanced. What's the difference there?
Yeah, so the difference is basically the more advanced you get, the more automation you get. So basic is basically it's all manual. You can still upload stuff, but you're going to be just entering things in manually. The premium plan, which is like our mid-tier plan, you get some consignment tracking features, you get sales analytics, and you also get integration with banks and credit cards. And then our ultimate plan, that's when you get the eBay integration, whatnot, Mercari, Poshmark. Um, so most people go for the ultimate plan.
I mean, that just sounds like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
$10 extra, and you have to save all that work. Guys, what is your time worth? $10 a month to save hours of typing things in. Yes. No brainer. 100%. 100%. I got a raid. Sorry, I did not see that. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. What you say? Send you a message. Yes, yes. So send me a message if you guys want to try Genie. You send me a message, Flea Flipper, and say I want to try Genie and your email. Or if you just say I want to try Genie, I will reply to you what's your email because I can't send you a link to it. So that's pretty much it. If you guys want to try it, send me a message. I already got quite a few of these messages. Um, Send me that message and I'll send you my link. And my link gives you a discount. And again, Genie gives you 14-day free trial, which is you
It's
have
a
to
money back
pay,
guarantee.
but it's money back guarantee. So if you don't like it after 14 days, they will give you the money back. But I can't speak for them, but I don't think many people do that, right? Paul, many people try it and love it, and they don't ask for the guarantee. They ask for the money
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've got it there because we want you to know it's risk free to try out. But yeah, most people are really happy with it.
Does Genie work with TurboTax?
So we don't have a direct integration with TurboTax, like where you just, go into TurboTax and say, can connect my Genie and all your numbers pull in. But it's really easy to use with TurboTax.
There
So
you
you
go.
just run a profit and loss statement, run an inventory report if you need that, and you got everything right there. A couple clicks.
Harry said, "This is great, Paul. Thank you for doing this." Well, I'm saying, would you be willing to come again, and if they have more questions?
Yeah, I'd love to hang out with you.
Like guys, guys,
Hey, are you going to Cincinnati?
I am.
Nice.
This is my year of events. I'm
All
going to
right.
North Carolina next week. I'm going to Austin next month. I'm going to New York in June. I'm going to Cincinnati in September. I'm going to all the meetups.
Wait, what's in North Carolina and New York?
So there's a Whatnot meetup in North Carolina next week.
Uh-huh.
It's hosted by Cassandra, and then in New York in June, Hodgepodge is hosting a meetup. So
Cool.
this week, okay, this week is it this week? It is this week. Holy moly!
Oh, dude.
I leave Thursday night. I do. I drive away. Holy moly! I leave Thursday night. Yes, this week. Jesus. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Philip, you got that MRG tote right there. It's going to be coming to you. Congratulations, Philip. You got that one. Again, if you guys want to rewatch this, come go to Philly Flipper. All the questions are there. If you guys want to try this, try MRG, shoot me a message saying I want to try MRG, and I'll send you the link to it. Again, Paul, thank you so much for your time, man. This was great. Shout out to
Great being here.
Felix. Shout out to Faith. Let's go raid somebody. You want to raid somebody small? Let's go. Let's go raid somebody small, and go bless them with 60 people. Guys, we're gonna go to Tina. She is awesome, and yeah, I'll talk to Paul see if he wants to come back and answer any more questions you guys have. All right, guys. You guys have a good rest of your day.